That works very good.
Shri Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Shri Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai
Shri Radha Raman Hari Govind
Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Shri Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai
Shri Radha Raman Govind Jai Jai
Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। ओम नमो भगवते पुराण पुरुषोत्तमाय। ओम जयति पराशर सूनु सत्यवती हृदय नंदनो व्यासो यस्यास्य कमलगल्तम वाग्मय ममृतम जगत पेवती विश्वसर्ग विसर्गादि नवलक्षण लक्षितम श्री कृष्णाक्षम परम धाम जगत धाम नमामि तत् हृदयस्य प्रेरणया प्रवर्तितो हम बराक रूपोपि तस्य हरेः पदकमलं वंदे श्री चैतन्य देवस्य वंदे हम श्री गुरु श्रीयुक्तपदकमलं श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च आजान लंबित भुजौ कनकावदातौ संकीर्तनैक पितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वंभरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वंदे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ वंदे कृष्ण पदारविंद युगलम यस्मिन् कुरंगी दुर्शां वक्षोज प्रणीकृते विलसति स्निग्धोंगरागस्वतः काश्मीरं तनशोणिमो परितने कस्तूरिकां नीलिमा श्रीखंडं नखचंद्रकांति लहरी निर्व्याजमातन्वते नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। बड़े गोसाई महाराज की जय। कृपा की जय। आज्ञामाला की जय। परम मंगल very very auspicious Sri asta-kaliya-lila smart and among them in the Nishant-lila while the sarika bestow the thunder of his speech and that peak was falling in the ocean of Kshir Samudra.
Yes.
As the waves arises in the same way the waves of fear arose in the heart of Shri Radharani and Shri Shyamsundar, and both was very much afraid. And Krishna Pikantam now 136 or 70. Yes, sir. Krishna Pikantam Vishwahan Jaya Pasyan Mukham Bhiti Vilona Netram. Shri Krishna was seeing the face of Shri Radharani that was very much calm so far and full of joy. But now they can see the gestures of fear on the face of Shri Radharani. So Krishna Pikantam Vishwahan Jaya Pasyan Mukham. The mukh that was very much pretty of Shri Vishwahan Jaya. Pashan Mukham Bhit Bilol Netram. That face was Bhit Bilol Netram, was now very much full of fear, and it is twinkling eyes. Bhit Bilol, the uneasiness of due to fear was seen on that. Bhit Bilol Netram. Neelam. So eyes was very much full of fear, and there was twinkling and very much trembling. With below netra. Neelam Suchinam Daita Nicholam. Shri Krishna immediately in hurriness, Shri Krishna Neelam Nicholam Dalta Nicholam has taken the cloth of Sri Radharani, that was the blue oldney of Sri Radharani. Shri Krishna has taken it and Grihan Swatalpa Taryodhishtha. And swiftly Shri Krishna arose from that bed. So Swatalpa, Talpa means bed. Tarya means swiftly, very swiftly. Udhishtha, Shri Krishna arose. And Neelam Suchinam Daita Nicholam. That is, Neel means blackish, bluish, and Suchinam, it is very thin and transparent. So Suchinam, Daita Nicholam. Daita means Shri Radhika, her bilbed. Nicholam is cloth. Shri Krishna has taken the Neelamar of Shri Vrindavan, Shri Swami. Parvati Sambyano. Sambyano means the cloth that is put on after on everything that covers the everything. So that is only that is. So Neelam Nicholam. Sambyano. Sambyano means the cloth that is after at last at the finishing at the last at the end. It is taken, so that's Nichol. Sambyam. सबसे बाद में जिसको पहना जाए, श्रृंगार वगैरह पहनने के बाद में सबसे ऊपर जिसको हो रहा है, निचो, संज्ञा. But you say, अंग्रेजी में कुछ होता होगा.
अंग्रेजी में ऐसे कुछ होता ही नहीं है. टोपी होता है जो अंत में पहनते हैं.
Final closing. सबसे लास्ट.
वो लोग सबसे लास्ट में टोपी पहनते.
Yes.
Veil.
It implies veil. The literal translation is the last piece of clothing to be worn. So the suggestion is that this is the last piece of clothing to be worn.
Yeah.
So, Parvati Samyano. In the same way, the Samyano of Shri Radharani, Shri Krishna was exchanged to Shri Radharani, and Radharani is Samyano exchanged to Shri Krishna. So Samyano, the last of the only Samyan, the cloth. Mithaha means each other. Mithaha, Tau Athashanketau, and both of them was very much afraid. Shanket. Tau afraid. Shanketau. Tau Athashanketau. Mithaha, this S is with Mithaha. मिथा में जो आधा सा है, मितस्ता सा को निकाल दो उसे, सा जो है वो विसर्ग है.
अच्छा ठीक, हाँ विसर्ग, हाँ.
So मिथा तौ अथ तावत संकितौ.
हाँ हाँ ठीक.
So they are very much afraid. परस्पर करालंबौ निर्गाताम निकुंजताः, and holding the hand of each other. Nirgatam Nikunjetaha, they exit from the Nikunj. Radham Panim Sabhyam Sabye. Radha Panim Sabye Asabye. Panu Vibrat Veru Krishna. Shri Krishna was holding Radha Pani Sabbe with his left hand. Sri Krishna was taking the hand of Sri Radhika, and Asabhya Pano Bibrat Beun. On his right hand, she is catching, bearing the beard. So Radha Pani Sabbe in his left hand, because Sri Radhika always stay on the left side of Sri Shamsundar. So with his left hand, Sri Krishna is holding the right hand of Sri Radhika, and the right hand of Sri Krishna was bearing the banshi. So Radha Pani Sabbe, Asabhya Pano Bibrat Beum Krishna. Reje Punyan Niryan Yadba. And Sri Krishna was Reje was seen, was beautifying Punyan Niryan while he was exiting from Kunj. Jabbat Vidyut Mala Srishtam Bojaha. So the Upma Drishtant is as a Ambhod, a cloud is embraced by the thunder, lightning. So Shri Krishna is just like he is bluish, so he is just like a cloud, and Shri Radharani is just like a lightning. So Vidyut Mala Srishtam Bojaha. So Yadbat means as, it is simile. The simile is there. So Yadbat Vidyut Mala Srishtam Bodha as Ambhod. Ambhod means cloud. Amba means water. Da means who gives. So Ambhod means who gives the water, that means cloud. And, and Ambhodhi. If Dhi is there, Dhi means it contains, it bears. So Ambhodhi means Samudra, the ocean. Ambhod means cloud. Ambhodhi means who bears. That means Samudra. And Ambhoj, Ambh means water. Ajam means who comes out of it. That means Kamal. So Ambhoj, Ambhodhi, Ambhod. These three. Dhi.
Dhi ho gaya, Ambhoj.
And Ambhoj. Jalaj, Jalad, Jaladhi. The same thing. So Vidyut Mala Srishtam Bodha. I'm a teacher. So Haimam Bhangar Mekam Vyajan Matparam Swan Randam Dadhana Kapya Darsham Sudarsham Sughru Malaya Ja Matra Manya Vichitram Kachit Tambul Patram Patram Manichit Mapara Sarika Panjarastha Panjarastham Itham Sakshakyatya Purmudit Hridaya Miryuhu Kunjageha. Now the procession of Sri Radharani is proceeding. And the description of the procession is that everything, every person in that procession is bearing his or her special things. So Haimam Bhangaram Eka. Eka means one Sakhi was bearing Haimam golden Bhangarakam, the box. Bhangarak. Bhangarak means Jari. Sorry. Haimam Bhangarakam. Bhangarak means Jari. That is water. Water pot. Water pot. Pitcher. Pitcher. That also have one gate there, as it is here. That one pitcher is there, and something spout is there. So that is Vrindavan. So Haimam Bhangar Mekam. One is bearing the Haimam Bhangar. That means some Sakhi was taking the Kalash Bhangar. Vyajan Matpara. The Apara, the other was taking the fan. Vyajanam means fan. Swan Danda, who contains the Swan Dand. It's done. It's a stick. Is handle is made of swan. Swan Dandam Dadha. Gold. Yes, golden handle. Swan Dandam Dadha. Or having the swan dand, like means a stick. As Radha and Krishna is going, so as a person goes, a soldier goes before them in the same way, the stick, the sword dand, Ballam is taking it. We take, say, Mane, Chadida. Chadida. So he is having Chadida. Sword dandam darhana. Sometimes it becomes very funny. You persons are Jamida and I am Chokida.
Jamidar because we're all sitting on the floor. Jameen, and he's Chokidar because he's sitting on the choki. Yes, but if you take that different meaning, Jamidar also means landlord, Chokidar also means a security guard.
Gatekeeper.
He's like, आप राधा मदन मोहन जी के लिए.
Zamindar means who holds the earth.
Landlord.
Yeah, but who owns who? So we are on the earth. So
Because we're sitting on the earth, we're
so we owning the earth.
So Swan Dandam Darhana.
it's a
Somebody, some Sakhi was bearing the Swan Dand, the stick of a golden stick. And at that way, she is making that way. Kapi Adarsham, Sudarsham. And some was bearing a very Sudarsham, very beautiful and artistic Adarsham mirror. Adarsh means mirror.
Oh.
Gusul Malay Jam Atrmanya Vichitram. Atra means here, Anya means a other gopi, other Sakhi was bearing Gusul Malay Jam, Malay Amatram, a vowel of the paste of a sandal. So Gusul means sandal. Malay Amatram means the container of that, or a vowel of that. So Gusul Malayjam Amatram. Amatram means the vowel. Anya Vichitram. And it was also very, very much Vichitram, very attractive and special. Kachit Tambul Patram. Some was carrying, other group was carrying the Tambul Patram, the container of betel leaves. Patram Manichit Mapara. And somebody was bearing the patra, or the other vessels. Those are Manichit, those are jeweled. Sarika Panjarastha. And other gopi was bearing the case of a sarika in her hand. So, cage of sarika she was carrying.
Sarika inside.
Sarika, yes. Sarika is that mena, that parrot, she parrot. Sarika Panjarastha. In that case, Itham Sakshak Kiyatyaha. In this way, some Sakhi was Purmudit Hridaya, very much happy. And they proceed from, they left the exited from the Gehe, Kunj Gehe. So they exit, yes. They exit from the from that Kunj Gehe.
Now they are in Nikunj.
Nukunj, yes. Nikunj. Yes, Nukunj. They exit from Nukunj. Mahendra Kanta Chadunam Sakanchanam Dantam Sasindur Samudgakam Para Apanda Satta Kuch Kudmalo Pamam Kunjat Grihitva Mirgat Mridusmita. And some gopi was taking Mahendra Kanta Chadunam Sakanchanam. Somebody was taking Mahendra Kant, means Indra Mani, Nila. So Mahendra Kant Chadunam, so which is jeweled with the Nilam. I don't know what is Nilam.
Sapphire. Blue sapphire.
Blue
sapphire.
So Mahendra Kant Nilam. Mahendra Kant Chadunam Sakanchanam. And Sri Radharani likes Nilam very much because it resembles to the complexion of Sri Shamsundar. So she, in her every ornament, in any way, she uses the Nilam in the campment. So that is a favorite jewel of Sri Radharani. So Mahendra Kanta Chadunam Sakanchanam. So Dantam, Sinduram. And some was bearing the Sindur container. And that is Mahendra Kanta Chadunam, that is jeweled with Mahendra Kanta in the Nilmani, as well as Sakanchanam. It is made of gold. And Dantam. And the enquiry was done there with the hathi dant, the teeth of elephant ivory. So ivory, dantam, made of dant. Dant means made of teeth. Dant, tooth. So dantam. So sakanchanam, dantam. It is golden as well as made of some ivory was also placed there, and jewel it was jeweled. And sasinduram, it contains sindur, red color. Samudgakam, that sindur gani, sindhola is there. The sindhola, we say sindhola. So sindhola was there. Samudgakam para. Apanda satta. Kuch Kudmalopamam, and its design was just as the Kuch Kudmal, as a bud or as the breast or the of a lady. So Kuch Kunkamankitam, Kuch and Kudmal, the breast as well as the Kudmal, that means a bud, like bud. So the fame, the design of that is, form of that is just like a bud. Kunjat Grihita. So in this way, that Sindhola, that Sindur container was taken by Sakhi and Kunjat Grihita, Mirgat, Mridusmita, smilingly, she was going. So Mahendra Kanta Chadunam, it is jeweled with Nilam, Sakanchanam, made of gold, Dantam, and ivory was also used in its dharma or in its drawing. And Sasinduram, it was full of Sindhu, Samudgakam. So that's container was borne by a Sakhi, and Apanna Satta Kuch Kudmalopanam, its form was just like a bud, and Punja Grihitva, having it from in her hand, she exit from the Kunj, smiling. Ashlesh Sanchand Gulat Parichutam Hasa Lasat Bhautik Sanchayam Muda. So there is also a protocol that how she will come. So while Avsar is done, then first of all, Sri Vrindaji is going. Then two Sakhi follows him. Then four Sakhis follows him. And in middle, Sri Radharani there. Then again, two Sakhi are behind her. Then one Sakhi is, and before that, Sri Guru Manjari, and before that, New Manjari is going. So in this way, this is the way of the procession when Sri Radharani comes. So, so the protocol is also followed in this way.
Guru Manjari is at which point? Back.
Guru Manjari is at the back, and we persons, we now Manjari, always having the plate or pujan thal and other things, and we are following Sri Guru Manjari, and whatever Sri Guru Manjari requires, we provided it immediately. So in this way, and before that, in the back, Sri Rup Manjari is there, and she is doing chamar in night, in evening, and in morning, in Madhyana-lila, Surya Pujan, Sri Rup Manjari and other Manjaris, they are bearing, Rup Manjari is bearing the Surya Pujan Samagri, the all things, that means red kamal, red and red chandan, and deepa, and all pujan samagri. So Rup Manjari is bearing it before Sri Radharani, carrying it, and Sri Vrinda is showing the path, showing the way. So in this way, a whole protocol is followed, and it goes. And we are also there. We should sing ourselves also there in that. And that is the best seva to offer, to hand over Sri Radharani in the hand of Sri Shyamsundar. That is the supreme seva, parakashta. So Nam Rup Vayo Vesh Sambandho Youth Evacha Agya Seva Parakashta. So that is the parakashta, climax of seva. Pale Rasika and Devasta. These 11 bhav are there, and this in Madhyana Lila, the handing over of Sri Radharani to Shyamsundar in Sri Radha Kunda Yogpit, and in the evening, handing over Sri Radharani on the hand of Sri Shyamsundar in the Vrindavan Yogpit. So 3 Yogpit are there. One is Gupta Yogpit, Gupta Kundi Yogpit. The second is Sri Radha Kundi Yogpit, and the third Yogpit is Srimad Vrindavan Yogpit. And in Vrindavan Yogpit, Sri Yugal Sarkar gets sleep, and where they will sleep, they will arise there. So in Vrindavan, after Ras, they sleep in Vrindavan, and he arises in the Vrindavan, and then he proceeds to their homes. And then in Mangala Arati, they goes to Sri Gupta Kundi Yogpit. Gupta Kundi Yogpit. And Gupta Kundi Yogpit is while Sri Radharani is in Barsana. 6 months she stays in Barsana, 6 months she stays in Jawat. So
some say 7 months.
yes,
5 months.
yes. So approximately the 7 months of 5 and this month. So 6 months here and 6 months there. So if she is in Javat, then she get the milan in Sri Guptakundi Yogpit. In morning time she comes there for morning walk, and Sri Krishna also reaches there, and every Sakhi perform the Mangala Arati. So mainly the Mukhya Arati, Mangala Arati. Then in Madhyam, Sri Sringara Arati. And in night, Sri Vrindavan, Rasa, Shaina. So these, and in middle the Sandhya Arati is also. So that is so mainly three Yogpith are there.
Is there a description of the Gupta Yoga courts? I never read. Is there also like a temple or?
Yes, it is also a creeper house also. So in Guptakund there is also sometimes Sri Radha goes to walk, or Guptakund is there, pond is there, and she roams there, and it is a very beautiful garden. And at that time, Sakhi also comes, and Shri Krishna also comes. By any excuse, Shri Krishna also reaches there. And yes. That is not the place of sleeping or taking rest. So they only sit. It is a good singhasan is there, and Shri Sakhigan performs Mangala also, or Dhoop Aarti. It can be so. Sometimes Dhoop Aarti, Mangala Aarti is in Nikunj, and it is Dhoop Aarti. It can be said that it is Dhoop Aarti. Guptakund is in Javat, or while she is in Barsana, then it is Pilipok. Pilipok. Pilipok is a place. Yes, Pilipok.
Is Guptakund not also near Nandagaon in Vrindavan?
Yes. Now, actually, it is behind the Javat. In Javat. In Javat, sometimes Javat and sometimes in Pilipokha.
This is very nice explained in Lila Manchali 58 to 61.
Yes.
Very nice explained.
Yes. Yes. And she is wishing that may I get this seva and this seva. Thank you. Ashya Sanchind Gunan Parichutam. Hara Lasak Mautik Sanchem Muda Vichitti Kachit Swapatanchali Draham Nividnati Kunjigrahat Binire. And any gopi, that means Sri Chitraji, mainly, she is lagging, and she is left still. And when Sri Radharani has came out of that place, then mainly Sri Chitraji just collected the sprinkled and the broken pulse. Those was found in that Nukuj. So Ashlesh, while Shri Krishna is embracing Shri Vishwanandan, Shri Priyaju, Sanchanda Guna Parichutam. Then, due to the broken of the string, the thread, Parichutam, the pulse was spread all over the Shaya as well as in Nukunj. and she is collecting them. She Chitra is collecting them. So Ashlesh means alingan, embracing, hugging, and Sanchinda Gunan. Then the gun means the thread was broken. Then Parichutam, those pearls are spreading. While spread, Hara Lasar, Mauktik Sanchayam, from the garland, from that necklace, and Mauktik Sanchayam, the moti pearls, she has Sanchayam means group of moti. She collected them very muda, very joyfully. And Bichityo collecting them, Kachis Swapatanchale Draham. In her patanchal, she is putting them. And Nivadnati, and having the tying it, knot, making the knot.
Tying a knot.
Knot, yes, making knot there. So, Nivadnati, and tying him in knot. So, Kunjat Grahat Vrindavan, Sri Chitra, then Vrindavan from Kunjigraha. She came out of the Kunjigraha. Tatank Keli, Tatank Keli Vibhrashtam, Talpat Adaya Satvara, Mirgatya Sweshwari Karne, Yo Jagat Manjari. And immediately the Ratmanjari, and now the Seva of Ratmanjari is describing. Ratmanjari then searched there, and she found that one earring was left on the bed. And she took it and handed over to Sri Radha. So Chitraji handed over, and Chitraji collected the pearls, and she distributes all those pearls to among so many Sakhi. Everybody is trying to get it. So so she distributed, and Sri Ratmanjari, Seva of Ratmanjari is very fine. So Tatanka Keli Vibhrashtam, the earring that was missed in Keli, in playing. Talpat Adaya, she collected it from the bed, Satvara, swiftly. And Mirgat Sweshwari Karne, and coming from there, Sweshwari Karne, by some excuse, oh, I want to say one thing, and in this way, by this excuse, she is making it bear on the ear of Sri Radha, in the ear of Sri Radha. So, Swa Ishwari Karne, his mistress, Sri Radharani, in the ear of Sri Radharani, Yojo, she bore it. Ratmanjari make it be both in the ear of Sri Radharani. Now, Rupmanjari. Talpa Prantat Upadhayo, Kanchali Rupmanjari. The blouse that was left, the upper blouse that was left in on the bed, Sri Rupmanjari collected it from there. So Talpa Prantat Upadhayo, Kanchali. Sri Rupmanjari has collected the blouse or the coat, waist coat. Yes. Bucket.
Bodice.
Actually, bodice. Yes, bodice. Yes. So bodice. So Sri Rupmanjari has taken that kanchuki. That means that cloth. Kanchuli, Rupmanjari. Or Priya Narma Sakhi, Priya Sakhi, Sakshay. Priya Narma Sakhi, Sri Rupmanjari is also Priya Narma Sakhi and Sakshay, smilingly. Priya Narma Sakhi, that means it shows that she is smiling and very happy and smiling. Sakshay Nirgatya Nirvatam Dalog. And Nirvatam, confidentially, she handed over that coat to Sri Radha.
Maharaji, one more thing. When the pearls are lying around and Radhimanchara is looking, she sees Radha. And when Vishaka looks inside, she sees Krishna.
So, वाह क्या क्या कह रही हैं बिला प्रसून जी?
नहीं, वो कह रहे थे को जो मोतियां बिखर गई हैं, तो जब ललिता देखती है मोतियों को तो उनको श्री राधिका के प्रतिबिंब दिखती है मोती में, मनकों में। और जब विशाखा देखती है तो विशाखा को श्री कृष्ण का प्रतिबिंब दिखता है मनकों में।
वाह हाँ, बिला पुष्पांजलि। So, so Gold Manjari. So this Rup Manjari has handed over the blouse or the coat to Sri Radha, and it is left there. So continuing Rup Manjari, Pri Narna Sakhi, this is Rup Manjari, and Sakshay, this is Radha. Nirgatya Nirvatam Dadav. She gave it to Sri Radha. Patat Graham Upadayo, Dasikar Gun Manjari, Tambul Charvatam Tabhyo, Vivijanti Bahiriyayo. Patat Graham, that means speak done, the spite where the spit is done.
Spittoon.
Spittoon, yes. So the spittoon. Upadaya Dasika. The Dasi Gun Manjari is bearing that spittoon. Tambulam Charvatam Tabhyo. And there are the remittances of Tambul. And she is distributing the Tambul of Sri Yudhasarkar Sri Radharani to everyone. And everybody is spreading his hand, and she is taking the remittance of Tambul. So Sri Guru Manjari is distributing the Tambul. So Patat Graham means speak done. Upadaya means bearing. So one is bearing the spittoon, and Sri Guru Manjari, Tambulam Charvitam. She is distributing the Charvit Tambul, the crushed Tambul, or the chewed Tambul to everyone. Vivijanti Bahiriyayo. Manjulali Tayo Anga, Chutam Balya Lepanam, Talpat Adaya Sarvabhya, Prachanti Biniriya Gata. And now the seva of Manjulali. Manjulali very beautifully collected the chandan that was also rested on the bed sheet. So she is collecting the chandan. Manjulali Tayo Angat Chutam, and some chandan was some sandal paste was chutam was spread from their bodies, Sri Radha Krishna bodies. So Tayo Angat Chutam, Malya Anulepanam, some garlands and some anulepan that was spread on the bed. She collected it. And Talpat Adaya Sarvabhya Prachanti. She took it and distributed it to all persons. Bindirgata. And in this way, distributing, she came out of the foot. Below Kagre, Meghambar Brita Shariram Priyatamam, Vasyam Tam Pitambar Parvatangi Purmuditam. Hasantyasta Sakshaha Karapihit Bukshaha Pratidisham Dishantyanyonyam Kutilachal Dirghir Mudare. And the Sakhi below Kyagre was seeing that Shri Krishna is bearing the Meghambar Brita Shariram. His body is just like the Meghambar, just like the bluish cloud.
Yes.
And he is bearing the Nilambar of Sri Radharani. And as the similarity of the colors, it is the Nilambar is not being seen, and it is merged in the hue of Sri Krishna hue. The color of Nilambar is merged in the hue of Krishna's original natural hue. So below ki agre meghambar brit shariram priyatamam. Shri Krishna is covered with the Nilambar of Sri Radharani, blue color cloth of Sri Radharani. Even then, that blue cloth was not appearing because it was merged in the hue of the original hue of Sri Shyamsundar. Vaisya tam pitambar parvatangi, and Sakhi, Vaisya, Mani Sri Radhika. And Sri Radhika was also wearing the Pitambar Parivartam, the Pitambar of Sri Shyamsundar. But that Pitambar was also was not seen because it was also merged in the natural hue of Sri Radharani. The hue of Sri Radharani is golden, so there the Pitambar, hue of Pitambar, color of Pitambar is dipped, it is merged. So Parvatangrin Pramuditam Hasantyasta Sakshaha Karpihit Mukshaha Pritidisham. And in this way, Sakhi Hasantyasta Sakshaha Karpahit Mukshaha, having their clothes, the end of their only with their hand, and they are placing it on their faces, and they are smiling, and so that the sound is not can be listened by Sri Radharani. Otherwise, she will be conscious. So Hasatyasta Saksha Karpihit Pritidisham. By their hand, they are pihit, they are placing their hand on their faces, on their mouth. So Hasantyasta Saksha, Sakhi was smiling. Karpihit, they are covering, concealing their face with their hands. Pritidisham, at every direction, there was concealing their face with their hands, covering their face, their mouth with their hands. Dishantya Anyonyam, and they are indicating, see how beautiful Shri Radhika is wearing the cloth of Shri Krishna, Pitambar. And just see, the Shri Krishna is wearing the cloth and they are confused and they are thinking that we are wearing our clothes. So they are not recognizing their own clothes. So Hasantyasta. So it will create a great joke there on them. So they are not noticing it even. So Hatantyasta Sakya Karpahit Muksha Pratidisham Dishanti. They are indicating Anyonyam to each other. Kutil Chaldribhi Mumudare. And their eyes are very much flickering, and by Kutil Drishti, by crooked eyes, they was indicating to each other. Kutil Chaldribhi Mumudare. And they are being very much happy. So below Kyagre Meghambar Brit Shadiram Priyatamam Vasyam Tam Pitambar Parvatangi Pramuditam Hasantyasta Sakshak Karpihit Muksha Pritidisham Dishanti Anyonyam Putil Chaldribhi Mumudare. And their eyes were very much happy, and they are Mumidare. They are being happy. Getting joy. Samikshatasam Parihas Bhangi. Everywhere is Sohavukti Alankar. Yes, Sohavukti Alankar is there. Nature. Naturality is described. Samikshataasam parihasvangi, seeing their parihasvangi, Anyonya Bhaktarpit full netri, and they are seeing to each other by their blooming eyes, blooming sight. Samachala, Prem Sukhabdi Magnav, and Prem Sukh Magnav, they are dipped, they are bathed in the Sukh Samudra, in the ocean of joy. So, Samachala, that was overwhelming. So, the Sukh Samudra, that was overwhelming, there was bathed in that. So, Samachala Prem Sukhabdi Magnav. Prem Sukhi is the joy of Prem is just like an ocean, and they are bathing in that. Chittar Pitam, Chittar Pitangi, Chittar Pitangau, even Tau Abuvaha. So, in this way, the reflection of their sight is going to the bodies of Sri Radha Krishna, and Sri Radhika Krishna was also seen with multicolors. So, due to their sight, the reflection of their sights, the Tau Chitra Arpitangau, Chitta Arpitangau, they are being multicolor. Full of multicolors. Chittar Pitang Gau Ivu, Tau Abhuta. Angau Ivu, and Divachan is there. Angau Ivu. So Chittar Tangau. Both the links of both was Chitranti. That means being multicolored. Multicolored. Because in eyes, black color is also there, in eyes, red color is there, in eyes, the shining is also there, and the reflection of other colors, whatever makeup they are having, so the reflection of that is also fine. So the multicolor art can be seen on the body of Shri, reflected on the body of Shri Shamsu. Very prasanna bhasha. So it is in poetry, in poetics, it is called prasanna bhasha. That means where meaning is easily can be achieved, understood. So that is understood. So that is prasanna bhasha. And it is by Dharmishali, prasanna bhasha. So as in Geet Gobind, very simple and easily the meaning can be understood. But the Sandhi and Yamak Slash Alankar is a very favorite Alankar of this rasika, because they always want to slash. So they like the slash Alankar very much. Normally, in Madhura Vrindavan, slash Alankar is very much frequently used. And in the same way, the Sandhi, sometimes they use it very much because they like the Sandhi of Sham. So Swar-Sandhi, mainly Swar-Sandhi is very normally frequently used. So Chittarpita Angav Eva Tau Babhuvatu. Tau Babhuvatu, Ta Babhuvatu. In this way, Tau and Au becomes Av. Say this. Ghanashyamam Chinam Pasanam Abhilinam Priyatamau Kshama Nasi Radha Swamapi Parichetum Ghanarucham Swam Agyasit Spitam Harirapina Pitam Priyatama Tanau Linam Chinam Kanakaruchi Kambau Ivupaya. So Sakhigan, they recognize that the exchange of clothes are there on the bodies of Sri Radha Krishna, but Sri Radha Krishna could not recognize it. So what is the cause that Radha Krishna is not recognizing? Because they are seeing that this is the hue of Sri Radhika and this is the hue of Sri Krishna. So they are not recognizing that this is my cloth. Otherwise, they should rush that this is my cloth. But they are not rushing, thinking that this is not my clothes. They are not beware of their own clothes. They are only seeing that the hue of Sri Radharani is coming. The golden hue is from Sri Radharani and the bluish hue is coming from Sri Krishna. So Ghaneshyamam Chinam Basanam Abhilinam. In the hue of Ghanshyam, the bluish hue of shadow of Sri Ghanshyam, the Chinam Basanam Abhilinam, the transparent cloth of Sri Radharani is just merged there. Abhilinam, it is merged in the hue of Sri Krishna. The natural hue of Sri Krishna has adopted the color of Sri Radharani's oldie, blue oldie. Kshama Nasit Kanta, Soma Parichetum Ghanurchi. Even then, Sri Radharani could not recognize it, and she was not able to recognize that this cloth is not mine. She is thinking it to be that this is my own hue. So Kshama Nasit Radha, Soma Parichetum Ghanurucho, due to Ghanuruchi, due to his the hue, Sri Radharani is not able to understood that this is the cloth of Sri Shamsukar. Aswam Agyati Spitam Harimapi Napitam Priyatama. Aswam Agyasi Harimapi Napitam. And Sri Hari is not requiring, is recognizing that the cloth that Sri Radharani is bearing, that cloth is mine. So Swam Agyasi Spitam Harirapi Napitam. My golden cloth is with Sri Radharani. Sri Krishna is not recognizing his own cloth. Swam Agyasi Spitam Harirapi Napitam. Because Priyatama Tanav Linam, it was merged in the hue of Sri Radharani. So golden cloth was merged in the hue of Sri Radharani. Chinam, Kanakaruchin, because it was also Chinam. Chinam means transparent, very thin. Chinam means thin. Kanakaruchin, and it is having the Kanakaruchi, the golden hue. As Kambau Ipapayaha. Now the simile is there that a shell corn is white, and if the milk is poured in it, so it will not be recognized that the corn is shell is empty or it is full, due to the similarity of the whiteness of both things. It is original white as well as so the simile is very profound and very similar, very wiseful, witfully it is done. So the corn is itself white in origin, and the color of milk is white. So which is original and which is adoptable. So that is not can be considered discriminate. So Kamba means shell. Eva payah means water. No, the milk.
Milk.
Payah means milk. So as in white shell, the milk is not found in the same way. It is not found. So kambau eva payah. Payah means दूध, and it is upma. Tayo lila subhapan pratyuha marsha sankula निन्नन्ति अरुणम उद्यंतम अथाह ललता सखी. निन्नन्त्य ऋणम नहीं, निन्नतम अरुणम है. निन्नन्ति अरुणम उद्यंतम. Not re, it is ra. Ru. Not re, it is ru. So ninnanti runam arunam udyantam ataha lalta sakhi. Tayo lila subhapan pratyuhu amarsh sankula. As at that time the Arun is erosion. Arun is considered as the Sarathi, chariot carrier.
Charioteer.
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 So charioteer, the driver of the chariot. Arun is considered. And the Arun is now erosion. So though they are the sun and Arun is the same thing, but they in mythology it is described that Arun is the Sarthi of Sud, and they have the two different identity. So, but naturally the Surya and Arun is the same thing, but here there are two identities, two separate persons. So the Arun was, the chariot driver was erosion first. So first Arunodaya, then Suryodaya. It is described there, considered there. So Tayo Lila Sudhapan. Shri Gopi was thinking, Shri Lalta is considering that this Arun has erosion. So Ninnanti Arunam Udyantam. Shri Lalta started to chastise the rising Arun. Atha Lalta Sakhi. And Lalta said to Sakhi that Tayo Lila Sudhapan Pratyuha Marsha Sankula. Shri Lalta, a adjective of Lalta is, Shri Lalta is Tayo Lila Sudhapan. Lalta is continuously consuming, relishing the sweetness of the Sudha, nectar of Sri Radha Krishna. Tayo Lila Sudhapan. So she is consuming, she is relishing the nectar, sweetness of nectar of Sri Radha Krishna. So Tayo Lila Sudhapan. But this rising of Arun is a hindrance. Prityu. Prityu means hindrance. So due to that, Amarsha Sankula, she was angry for she was angry against the Arun. Okay. Why this Arun has erosion so early? So Tayo means Sri Radha Krishna was performing so many good leelas, and the sweetness Sudha of that leela, Sri Radhika, Sri Lalta is continuously drinking it, consuming it, and due to that she was very much happy. But now the Prityu has come, now the hindrances has arrived there. So due to that, Amarsha Sankula, she became very much angry. So everything is have the cause and factor and result. Factor and result. this relationship.
Hmm.
So Lila is Sudha and Sudha is Pan and Pan got the Pratyuh, and due to Pratyuh the anger is achieved, and then the anger was spread in other Sakhis also. So in that Sankul, in that group, it is so Shri Lalita is Amarsh Sankula is getting the group of the angriness, anger. And now Nindanti, and she started to chastise Shri that Arun, and she said, she told to Shri Sakhi, Lalita Sakhi, Shri Vishakha. Sakhi means Vishakha or others in Sakhi. Ushasi Barbadhu Nam Pashrade Royam to Shri Radhika. She is saying to Radhika. Sakhi means Radhika. So Ushasi Barbadhu Nam Pashrade Royam Raman Sahit Lila Dhangataha Pap Rubhi. Shastra says that if two persons are involved and they are enjoying the relishment, the sweetness, then normally the other person should not disturb them. And sometimes they have the caption, "Don't disturb." So this is a big. But this Arul is so wicked person that he always disturbs the loving persons. So he is always commencing sin, and due to that sin, he is getting this robe of paralysis or cold leprosy. So Arun is considered that he got the disease of leprosy, and he does not have his legs.
Krishna.
And it is due to that he always disturbs the enjoyment of the other persons. He cannot tolerate his the joy of other persons. So due to that sin, he got this result. Even then, he is not aware still, and he is continuously now he is also disturbing Sri Radha Krishna. Then what result would he get in future? So Sri Lalita is saying, Pushasi Barbadhunam Pashya, Hey Radhe Pashya, Pashya Radhe, O Radhe, see, Barbadhunam, the Shrestha Badhu Gan, grooms, brides. So Barbadhunam means great brides. Ushasi in the morning, Pashya Radhe Arunoyam, Raman Sahit Lila Bhangataha. He always creates the Lila Bhanga of the brides with their bridegrooms. So they are getting Lila with their bridegrooms, and this Arun is very much fond. He is habitual to disturb their meeting. So due to Papa Rubhi, he got this Pap, this rogue, this disease. So some rogue are found of due to the disturbance of the components of body. Kapha, Pitta, Vata. These are three components of this body, and due to the disturbance of these three things, some diseases are found. And if the disease is due to the disturbance of these kapha, pitta and bath, then by medicine it will be cured. But if it is, the disease is due to the path, only her sin, then the medicine will not work. And he has to face it. So sometimes medicine works, sometimes not, because the disease has two types. One is due to the sins, and the other disease is due to the disturbance of their eating, their diet. And if it is due to the disturbance of diet and lifestyle, then it can be cured by using of medicines. So this Arun cannot be cured because he is continuing doing sin and sin. So every day she. So Ushasi Barbadhunam Pashya Radhe Arunayam. Oh Radhe, just see, this Arun is every Ushasi, every morning, Barbadhunam Raman Sahit Lila Bhangataha. They are getting Raman, meeting, joining with their bulls, with their Raman. In Sanskrit, it's called bulls. Nija Brish. So the Brish is similar to the husband. So every in Nandosav Leela, every gopi is moving with their bush, brush.
Bull.
So with their Raman, they are getting the enjoyment. And Leela Bhangataha, she is always creating the Leela Bhang, their Leela Bhang, disturbance in their Leela. So due to Papa Rubhi, he is getting Papa Rok. This disease owing to Papa. So Galit Pada Yogoyam, his both feet are Galit, is melted. So Galit Pada Yoga melted. So his both feet are, legs are gone. Panto api adyapi, even then, Radhe Tanno Jahati, he is not leaving this sin. So Dhruvam iti bachanam yaduste jasva swahavaha. So this is a universal truth that one person cannot leave his swabhava. The nature cannot be left. So this is a universal truth. So it is Arthantara Nyas Alankar, where from specific, the general doctrine is described, that is called Arthantara Nyas. By Vishesh, the Samanya Siddhanta is described. This is Tatswahava. Aruna Rune Vidati Tapombare Ratikele Bhangaj Rushavranam Disham Lalto Hasitanta Smitanana Bushhan Jah Mudmanch Hashun Arune Vidati Tato Ambare. Why Sri Radha saw that the amber, that means the sky, is being Arune, is reddish due to the light of Arun, dawn, pratakal, dawn. So Arune Nidhati Ambari. So Ambare Arune Nidhati. The Arun is the Akash is Ambar, the sky is now getting Arune, is reddish. Ratikela Hangaj Rusharuna Dasham. And she Radhika is also angry due to Ratikel Bhangaj, owing to the disturbance in the meeting joining of Sri Shamsundar.
Disruption.
Distraction. So,
Disruption. Disruption.
disruption. Interruption and disruption. Yes. So Ratikel Bhangaj. So due to the disruption of the Ratikel with Sri Shamsundar, the eyes of Sri Radharani is also with anger a little reddish. So Rosha Arunam Drisham. Lalto Bhas Janit Smitanana. And while Sri Lalita is making joke, then Sri Radharani is also Smitanana, is a slight smile. Vishwahanuja, Sri Vishwahanuja then spoke to Mridu Manju Bhashini. She is very sweet Manju Bhashini. She is very sweet speaking. And she, Vishwahanuja, actually, Sri Vishwahanuja is Vishwahanuja. Vrisha is a star, Rashi. Vrisha Rashi.
Yes.
There are 12 Rashi. In the same way, Vrisha Rashi is, and
Taurus.
it is in June.
Taurus.
So in the month of June, Vrisha, Surya always remain in Vrisha Rashi. And the sun of June month is very much shining and hot.
Yes.
And Sri Radhika is his son, his daughter. Sri Radhika is his daughter. So Radhika also have the same quality. That means in power, Sri Radhika is very, very much great. And she can cover everyone with his prabhav, his effects.
Maharaj, why this name is Vrish and Banu?
So Brish means the Rashi is Brish and Bhanu means Surya. While the Surya is in Brish Rashi, then its power, its hotness is maximum. In the same way, Sri Radharani is her daughter, so she also have his effects much more. So as nobody can surpass the Brishmahanu, in the same way, Brishmahanu Ja, nobody, other Gopi can surpass, other Yudheshwari can surpass Shri Brishmahanu. So normally they use as Brishmahanu Ja. That means Shri Vishwahanuja is so powerful that he makes Sri Shamsundar even under her thumb, under her control. And so Vishwahanuja. Vishwahanu, Ja means not Anuja. Ja means the daughter of Shri Vishwahanu. Vishwahanu, the son of Vrishrashi. And Jami is her daughter, his daughter. So, so she has the same. Bolo Shundavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Govind Jai Jai, Gopal Jai Jai, Gopal Jai. Shri Radha Rama Hari Govind Jai.
Shri Radha Rama.
Raja, I have a question.
Yes.
I always, when I read about Radha, it's always about moonlight face, fair face.
Yes.
But it's never say sunlight face.
No. Yes, that's very fine.
Yes.
Yes, moonlight face, Chandramukhi, but his effect is his permanentness is such that among all Gopi, Nanya Yat Sadrishi Brije, nobody can parallel to Shri Radhika. she is imparallel, incredible. So due to that, by this only one side, because always the upma or simile is not perfect. It always have one side. So in this way, the prabhava of Sri Radharani is just like Surya, but the Ananda Pradakta, the quality of giving joy, that is just like moon. So moon is considered to be a giver of joy, and sun is considered to be conqueror. So she conquers everyone. The prabhava of every, either it is Chandravali or Shri Padma or Shaibya or Bhadra or Shamla, she conquers the prabhava of everybody, and she attracts Shri Shamsundar to most, as nobody can bear the hardness of Surya, sun. So in this, only on this way, on by this point, Shri Radhika's name is Vrishabhanuja. We are describing and we are explaining giving the etymology of Vrishabhanuja Shabda. By that she is very much effective, and but she is moonlight
division of Radha.
yes, so in beautiful and giving very much shanti and tranquility. So it's so every simile is always one-sided.
But also sometimes addressing like Vrishabhanuja.
Yes, yes. So that is a special case. Normal, very rare. In man, she becomes very angry, but not in Dharman. So she becomes. So it should be that for one point of view, she is giving this. Normally, her effect is very much
Cooling.
By the mercy of Raghunatha Swami, I write poetry. And I wanted to say something for you that is Shakespeare, right?
Yes.
You cyclone glances, embracing each other under waterfall on a lovely summer day, like a lightning in a fresh blue rain cloud. Both of your bodies feel so beautiful, and the sun shines in a dark blue sky, and the moon smiles in a golden sky. So when I was saying moon, I was referring to Radha.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But majority of the classics always addressing the moon mainly to
Very fine, very fine poetry and the what is it? Is the meter is very fine.
Right?
It is like Shakespeare.
No, the meter.
It's a song, I write.
Yes,
made
yes,
on
yes.
guitar. So it's little Western.
He sings on.
Yes,
But then goes with
very fine. Very fine.
his name is Raghunath.
Inka ek prashn hai.
Yes. Yes.
Why is it always described as narrow Lila? Instead of just the Lila of the Lord? Why do they say narrow Lila?
It should be understood that Nar Leela that does not mean that Shri Krishna does not have opulences or power.
Ah, very good.
She always contains
Yeah, very good.
the power, and he is always Brahman, Paramatma, Brahman. Though he is doing a human life, he is not human, he is human life. And there should be a difference. This difference should be understood. that what is human like and what is a human human area.
Human being.
Human being.
He
Yes.
become a son, he become a lover.
Yes.
Manaswajam Bhagavan.
So if we will take one thing, I want to request that if we will take Sri Krishna as a human only, and not we will forget and we will deny that he is Ishwar, then a point will come where we will start to criticize and chastise Sri Krishna. Because in whole world, in whole history, there is not a single person, greatest person. And there is not a single greatest person who is not criticized and chastised. So we will do, and we will try to search some points where we can criticize Sri Krishna. And Sri Brahma or Ishwar is beyond criticism and beyond our intelligence. So we should take Sri Krishna as human-like, but not the full human. Because human is
Not like human, human-like, but not like human.
like human. Then human-like, but not like human.
Yes.
So this should be understood. And this way of taking Sri Krishna as a human, like a human, it creates much more relishment and much more close and intensity with Sri Krishna. If you will think him that he is Brahma, he is Paramatma, he is God, then we keep ourselves away from Sri Krishna at some difference from Sri Krishna. But if we will take him as a human, then we will have the domestic relationship and closer and intense relationship. So to get the intense relationship, we should take Sri Krishna as a human. And this taking him and thinking him to be human, not human, to be human, then we will relish and will get the sweetness of Sri Krishna much more than if we will take him as God. Then we will keep and we will always be suppressed by this pressure that he is so great, we have no qualities in the comparison of that God. So we cannot think him, and let us be away, otherwise we will be comments any sin and aparadh. So, but while we are in the close, intense relationship, then we will have the sweetness of Sri Shamsundar much more. So to get, so the rasika is also important, but it does not means that Sri Krishna is not Brahma at all. Always he is Brahma. And there is no difference between Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. It should be always understood that Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan and Krishna, all are one. It should not be considered that Brahma is a other thing and Paramatma is a other thing and Bhagavan is a other thing and Leela Bihari is a other thing. It should not be considered this, that way. Shri Krishna is everything. In Krishna, Shri Krishna is the compound of everything.
Also, there is a saying, what is impossible in Tattva Vichar
Yes.
is possible in Rasa Vichar.
Yes. Tattva Vichar and Ras Vichar, both are there. But Niti Shabda, one Tattva Vedasta.